Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. We are wrapping up the round of 16. It is the final match to see the last player going up into that round of 8 bracket. We have here in the top right our very aggressive Zerg player in ZeLoT. Down in the bottom right, we have none other than Invade, who actually was able to, in kind of a macro sense, take ZeLoT out in their initial match. It was just a best of 1 on Sylphid. Can he do it now in a best of 3? Well, I mean, it's a possibility. Invade has been playing pretty darn well overall, but ZeLoT definitely are going to give him a little bit of an edge. We're going to have to wait and see what these openers are going to look like. And while we wait to see what these openers are going to look like, you don't need to fast forward it unless you're already subscribed. Please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. I do have a couple other YouTube channels as well, with Artosis Clipped, the official Clip channel, and of course Artosis TV, which is kind of fun videos as opposed to commentaries, although there are commentaries on that as well. So yeah, thank you for checking out everything. I do appreciate it. Hope to keep this channel going forever, and a big thank you to all of you who have subscribed and checked out these videos on a very regular basis. Makes me really happy to hear when ArtosisCasts is like a part of your schedule. Like, for instance, a lot of people seem to post that, like, oh, I like to watch this with my morning coffee. And it's like, oh, that's exactly what I'm going for here. And I hope I'm posting it at the appropriate time in the morning that works for you. I don't know if it is. I actually just put it at a time that's good for me. I put it at the time that I generally wake up in the morning. So if I need to post one, I can get up a bit early or something like that. But anyways, yeah, thank you much, guys. Let me know in the comments and hit a like button. So, Invade here does get the scout up and sees ZeLoT first. He's going to see that it is a pool first, but not anything hyper aggressive. His probe comes back and makes sure that the natural hatchery won't go down easily, and ZeLoT expands up to 12 o'clock. The first ZeLoT's going to be popping out very shortly here for Invade, and we'll have to see how many he wants to make before throwing that Nexus down. Always interesting, right? Like, you definitely see people who make heavy ZeLoTs and people who like to get like 2 and then the Nexus and keep going. Honestly, I don't know exactly. I think it's like just what you feel good doing, obviously, as so many things are in StarCraft. Even though you can find routes that are sometimes more optimal, if you're better with something else, that's generally the right thing to do. But yeah, not exactly sure how they decide to do that, but this is one of those 2 ZeLoTs and then Nexus ones that I feel like this one's a bit more common than the heavier ZeLoT ones, right? So he's got the 2, he's got 1 making sure that no lings get up the ramp. The other might poke into the third base area or, you know, go back towards the main. His Nexus is coming, a 3rd pylon as well. ZeLoT going to push away this Zergling. You don't want it to deal too much damage. It did deal about 200 to this gateway already. Of course, that will heal up. The probe drilling home. I kind of wonder about that. I guess he was trying to maybe draw the ZeLoTs away, and that ZeLoT takes a hell of a lot of damage before he realizes and lets it attack off of that move command. But yeah, that's I think he was just trying to draw Zerglings away so that ZeLoT could do a little counterattack. But if you look at the way ZeLoT's playing this, he's got like a lot of Zerglings right now. Puts 4 on the gate. That's already taken a lot of damage, so there's actually not much time. There's not going to be any opportunity to get a cannon up, and I don't know if he can make anything that's tight here. He might have to bring a lot of probes to fight. Yeah, he is starting to bring those out. Can't let that gateway go down. Your opponent will just get right past. A lot more Zerglings are on the way. ZeLoT going super, super aggressive, as you would kind of assume he would in this type of situation. All right, pulling back. Gateway very close to going down right now. ZeLoTs are pushing those Zerglings back still a little bit. The cannon finishes, but ZeLoT is still making Zerglings here. He has so many coming down the map. He is definitely going for a bust. Look at how all in he is at this point. 9 drones only. Look at this. He's got like 20 Zerglings and more coming down. Goes for that gateway once again. You do have to just right-click on it. Make sure you get rid of it. No more ZeLoTs going to be coming out. Probes come to fight. Can Invade hold on here? The probe's in front of that cannon for the most part. The ZeLoTs turn and fight as well. Oh my god. One Zergling finishes off the cannon. Very painful indeed. He throws up a new gate, but there's no cannon here to hit it, so there's no way to block this Zergling pressure. They cancel that gateway. 2 more cannons are coming. Can he live long enough here to get those cannons up? ZeLoT getting on top of one of the cannons. Can he get on top of the other? No, he goes towards the main base. These are very hurt Zerglings, though. More on the way. Oh, no, they get on top of the photon cannon. This is exactly what you cannot allow to happen. That is exactly it right there. These Zerglings in the main base took his attention away for a moment. His cannon got canceled. And what can you do from there? The flank is going to come down. There's no way, no how that Invade is going to hold this at this point. ZeLoT has done a magnificent job putting this pressure on. Gets in on top of that cannon as well. Brings up his Zerglings for the flank. The ZeLoT goes down. The cannon goes down. The probe's going down as well. And that is going to be that for game number 1. ZeLoT takes the lead. So getting into this second game. Right now, ZeLoT, of course, leading 1-0 with that nice Zergling bust. We're on a 2-player map in Dark Origin. Invade coming up with a quick scout after throwing down his gateway. So he's looking to put on some ZeLoT pressure. But as he gets here and sees no hatchery, he's going to know it's a pool first. Going to go ahead and check exactly what type of pool first it is. A non-aggressive one. This is kind of a safety pool first. You know, this isn't one where you're like saving up your larvae and going to make 6 Zerglings, then 2 more and send them across for aggression. Although it is ZeLoT, so that wouldn't be the craziest thing, I guess. ZeLoT going ahead, taking his hatchery at his 3rd because the probe was there and you don't want to deal with that hatchery block. You really need to get those additional larvae out and producing. So right now, 6lings being made. And actually, it's a little bit surprising. I didn't think you'd go for so ling heavy early on here. But maybe he just wants to head off that ZeLoT early on. Pylon going down at the natural to block that 3rd hatchery, but ZeLoT with his Zerglings should be able to come down and knock that out very quickly. Gas being mined from ZeLoT. Down at Invade's base, looks like he just wants to go... Well, he's actually going into a 3rd ZeLoT before the Nexus. Remember the previous game, he went for 2 ZeLoTs into the Nexus. So, just a little bit of a difference here. Again, I'm not really sure how the guys like this decide which one they want to do. Maybe it feels like he needs that for safety. ZeLoT right now, decent amount of lings. 8 lings going across the map. Probe turning around. Is ZeLoT maybe going for a counterattack again? Last time it did try, it went for like a right-click into the main, but just ran into the Zerglings and didn't do well. These 8lings not able to do very much. Trying to put some damage on the gateway once again, which is kind of funny, because that's how last game kind of started up. He put 200 damage on the gateway right off the beginning. But look at this. This is actually very good surrounding by the Zerglings, and he kills both ZeLoTs. That's a big deal. His ZeLoT over across the map dies, as well as the scouting probe. Another ZeLoT pops out. Another ZeLoT pops out, but ZeLoT is really ahead. Yeah, it looks like a lot of speedlings are going to be made once again. Speed is on the way. Layer is on the way. It's just 2 hatches, and quite a few speedlings are being produced. Cannon coming up, and he's got a couple lings to help, or a couple probes to help out the wall as well. Second ZeLoT comes out. That's certainly going to help some. Yes, be careful not to let anything here get surrounded. He doesn't know exactly how many lings are out. Pulls this one back. Okay, gets back into the little choke. Uh-oh, ZeLoT. He's starting to break through here. Looks like this gateway, it has taken a lot of damage, but still standing. 2 ZeLoTs are out, as well as a photon cannon. And now drones coming up. You know, that layer very fast as well. This could turn into like a very fast... 2-hatch Spire build. 2-hatch Mutalisk, definitely a build that people have been trying out against Protoss to some success. I heard some players saying that they thought it was actually quite strong, but I haven't seen it like used regularly in the pro scene. Occasionally you'll see it from an aggressive player like ZeLoT, but like it does not seem like it is a build that's even occupying 10% of Zerg versus Protoss games, right? So if you're not occupying that, it's not like it's not as strong as maybe you think it is, right? Like, yeah, I think that might be a good way to put it. Anyways, the Spire is coming. Overlord just kind of scouting around, sees the Cybernetics core timing, so he's going to have a good idea of what he's going to be facing as his Mutalisks come out. And no other real aggression. Like, he's got this little group of speedlings, a couple lings going around the other side, too. See, the probe is trying to pop out to get some additional scouting done, but the lings are waiting for it. Man, that has to be frustrating. That has to be real frustrating. Invade going to try to get away, but obviously speedlings can just catch a probe. So he's not going to get any real scouting done there. So now playing blind, he has to throw up an additional cannon. What if Hydras are going to be on the way? You just don't know. And if Hydras come down and you only have that one cannon, you're going to be dead. Stargate is being made. Spire almost done here. There we go. Finishes up. Second gas has already been taken. 2 Overlords about to pop to give that extra supply for ZeLoT. 5 mutas on the way. And that is the perfect number, because 5 mutas will one-shot a probe. So the potential for damage to this economy is immense. We have 0 cannons, 0 cannons. This is the closest thing to defending that mineral line as you have against these incoming mutas. He's even making 1 pair of Scourge, as you can see, to make sure he can push back the 1 Corsair that he expects to be out when he gets there. All right, this is looking good for ZeLoT right now. Muta's flying across. Here comes the 1 Corsair. There is a cannon on the way. Single Dragoon as well. At least that's something that shoots up. The 3 Muta's going to go in, jump on this cannon. 2 more coming in. Where are those Scourge? Here they are. Here they are. This is a big deal right now. He gets rid of that cannon, going after the Dragoon, and the Scourge come up and snap the neck of that Corsair. Another Corsair is being made, but honestly, we are very close to this game being over. Goes after that cannon. There is a counterattack, but a fair amount of lings here will slow that dramatically while he tries to produce some more units. The Muta's flying towards that natural base. There is a single Corsair with another one on the way. The ZeLoTs, can they do anything? It doesn't seem so. Muta's going to fly out against these very hurt ZeLoTs and clean them up from here. And you can see the amount of damage being dealt. Look at that. The Scourge pop out of that flock and kill the Corsair immediately. Down goes the other Dragoon. And honestly, I think Invade had a good tournament for him, honestly. But definitely just getting out-aggressed, outplayed here by ZeLoT. And this is really a victory for ZeLoT. He is going to be moving on to the round of 8. There's nothing really left here for our Protoss player. He is barely mining at this point. 11 workers left. GG, ZeLoT to the round of 8.